Alright guys, this is one of my all-time favorite campgrounds, Smokemont Campground. Smokemont's located just 5 miles outside of Cherokee on US 441, just inside the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And it is alongside the Oconaluftee River, which we're crossing right now. There on the bridge. And if you turn right here, you go to the riding stables, Smokemont Riding Stables. And then turn left as we've done. We're going on up the little road here to the campground. The Smokemont is a primitive campground. It has 138 campsites for primitive camping with no water, power, or sewer hookups. It also offers group camping. As you approach the campground, the first place you stop is the ranger station. Always stop and check in. If you have reservations already, they will give you a slip of paper showing you which campsite to go to. They also have lots of pamphlets and brochures with information on the park and the campgrounds. The first campsites you see here on the left are part of Loop A. Loop A, B, and C are the first half of the campground, and generator use is prohibited in Loops A, B, and C from May 15th through October 31st. Now the last few campsites you see here on the left are the upper end of Loop C. I don't really think there's a bad campsite in Smokemont, but we do prefer Loop D, the upper end of the campground, which is a lot more shaded and a lot cooler during the summer. Now as you pass through this last gate, that's entering Loop D, and again, Loop D seems to be a lot more shaded and a lot cooler during the summer. As we approach the end of the campground, or the upper end of the campground, you'll see some overflow parking here on the right. It's not only overflow parking, but also a good place for the hikers to come and park, as there's quite a few trails up through the mountains. You may see a couple roads cutting to the left and going through the middle of Loop D. Loop D is definitely the largest part of the campground with the most campsites. Here you'll also see some more overflow parking, but this is also parking for the group camping. As we pass through the parking area here, you'll see group camping over to the left. Now notice the families with the kids out riding bikes and walking, some riding inner tubes, and there's a lot of fun family times here. I can tell you from experience that most of my fond memories of camping are definitely here in this campground. The rangers do monitor your campsites, and if you leave your campsites, all food preparation items and food storage containers need to be locked away safely and out of sight. This is a bear habitat. You may have noticed the bear-proof dumpsters. Over the years, we have seen black bear, elk, turkey, deer, and rattlesnakes, and even some skunks on occasion. Turning right off the main road here, going over the river, you'll go into Loop F. Loop F is one big circle, and it is the least shaded of all the campground. Loop F is definitely the hottest area to camp in. Taking a right off of Loop F onto the main road again leading out, you'll see more overflow parking and loops C, B, and A on the left as you're exiting the campground. Now, as you're leaving the campground, you'll see the last campsites here on the left, and then up ahead is a dump station. You can empty your sewage tanks and containers here on the right in the dump station. Here is where you turn right, cross the bridge, and get back on 441 to leave the area. Rather than do that, we're going to the riding stables. This is the Smokemont Riding Stables. If you choose to visit the riding stables, they offer trail rides for ages 5 years and up. They also welcome groups. They offer 1 hour rides, 2.5 hour rides, and 4 hour rides. Also available for any age are wagon rides. Here are the horse stables here to the left at the top of the hill, and they also have drink machines, firewood, and a couple bathrooms down here at the end. Alright guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of Smokemont Campground in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, one of my favorite places to visit. Thanks so much for watching. Happy camping.